So before the start of the EFL League 2 season, I made some bold predictions. 5 bold predictions that I felt could happen but wouldn't be particularly likely to happen. That's the whole point of a bold prediction. There's no point just going with the bookie's favourite and saying they'll go up, and then go with the favourites for relegation and say they'll go down. That's just dull. Let's make things exciting. But the downside of that is, of course, that sometimes you get these predictions wrong. And oh boy, have I got some predictions wrong already. If you're watching these in order from the Championship down to the National League, you'll know my League 1 predictions in particular are pretty bad. But what about the bottom division of the EFL League 2? What were my bold predictions? How are they looking so far at the midpoint of the season? Let's dive in, guys. This is sure to be a fun one. So my first prediction was for Chesterfield not to be promoted. Now, Chesterfield, interestingly, one of the bookies' favourites to get promoted this season, despite being promoted from the National League last season. I felt like that would be too much of an ask for Chesterfield. I thought they'd survive comfortably in League 2, but I didn't think they'd get promoted. As things stand, they're currently in 9th place on 34 points, just 2 points behind Crewe Alexandra, who are in 7th, occupying the final playoff spot in the division. And in fairness, they were up in the playoffs pretty recently, but 2 recent losses have slid down. Teams around them have games in hand there. You know, Chesterfield are one of the few sides to have played 23 matches so far. So yeah, I feel like Chesterfield will be in the mix, and they might well make the playoffs, but actually winning the playoffs and getting up, that is going to be a really, really big ask for them. But at the end of the day, they're only 3 points off of 2nd place in League 2. So tight in that division. Aside from the leaders Walsall, who are absolutely running away with it, they are 12 points clear of Notts County, who are in 2nd. And, you know, Chesterfield, they have a chance. They absolutely have an opportunity, but I feel like it'd be still a bridge too far, so we'll see what happens. My next bold prediction was Bromley to survive. Now, I had Bromley to survive because I felt like there's a lot of bad teams in League 2 that are more likely to get relegated down to the National League. Bromley, of course, playing in the EFL for the first time in their history, got promoted last season, and they've acquitted themselves very well. They're slap bang in the middle of mid-table. They're in 12th place. They're unbeaten in the last 5 games. They're doing very well. They're a team that are very hard to beat. They only have 7 wins, or the sides around them have 8 or 9 wins, but Bromley only have 5 losses, which is the same amount of losses that Notts County have managed, who are in 2nd place, and it's less losses than Doncaster have managed in 3rd, so I'd say this one's looking pretty good too, to be honest. My next prediction was Swindon Town to be relegated, a bold prediction. I had a Swindon fan in the comments saying, no chance, we're not going to get relegated, and then a few weeks later he was like, yeah, we're going to get relegated. As things stand, they're currently in 21st position, and to be relegated from League 2, you have to finish in either 23rd or 24th at the bottom of the division. Currently, they are 3 points ahead of Carlisle United in 23rd place, so they might well get relegated. It looks as though it's going to be 2 teams from anybody from Tranmere up in 19th down to Morecambe at the bottom of the division. Morecambe looking like back-to-back relegations after never suffering a relegation before last season, believe it or not. Their relegation from League 1 was the first in their entire club history. I know. I couldn't believe that either. But yeah, another one here. Crewe Alexandra to go up. Now, they lost in the playoff final last season, I believe, did Crewe. I know they were in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they lost to Crawley. Crewe against Crawley, the Crews of English football. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? But yeah, I thought the Crewe were going to, you know, get promotion this season. I thought it was going to be tough for them to bounce back from that. And currently, they are in 7th place. They're in that mix at near the top of the division. So even if it's through the playoffs, they absolutely have a chance of going up. My last prediction is not a terrible one, but it's not going to happen, if that makes any sense. So I went for Doncaster to win the division. Again, a bit of Sheffield United patriotism there, you know, with good old Billy Sharp in the ranks of Doncaster again. I thought he'd fire them to the top of the division, and he's definitely helping with it. He's in, you know, Doncaster in 3rd place, currently in an automatic promotion spot. But like I mentioned earlier, Walsall are running away with the division. They are absolutely on fire right now. They are 12 points clear of Notts County, Doncaster and Port Vale and Grimsby Town, who are all tied on 37 points. So while Doncaster have a good chance of going up, they will probably not win the division. So that one is looking like unlikely. But that's the only one that's looking like not happening. I mean, 4 out of 5 still on, I'd say. That's not bad. My League 2 predictions look pretty bob on, to be honest, aside from Donny. And even then, the end result is the same. If they get promotion, they get promotion. I know it's not winning the division, but it's still a lot. So I don't think the fans would be complaining, put it that way. But yeah, there you go, guys. Those are my predictions for League 2. Surprisingly looking sound. Like I said, League 1 predictions not so much. Championship, dodgy. Not looking great. We're on a knife edge with that. But National League predictions as well will be coming up, so you'll see those. They should be out either at the same time as this one if you're on Microsoft, or if you are on YouTube, they'll be out later, I think. Maybe into the new year in 25. Just depends when I schedule the videos for that. Or if you're in another social media platform, just go and search up the videos, search us up, give us a like, follow, all that good stuff. Thanks for all the support, guys, as always. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and some, sampled some festive football this holiday period, and of course as well, have a happy time bringing in 2025 when it comes. Or this video you might be watching in the new year, and if that's the case, welcome to 2025. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. So see you later, guys. Have a good one.